Hey there, future millionaires and billionaires, just kidding. But seriously, wouldn't it be nice if we all had the tools to get there? Most of us graduated knowing more about the mitochondria than managing a mortgage. We can tell you all about cellular respiration, but ask us about interest rates, and we're lost. Shocking, right? Studies show that a whopping 66% of Americans are financially illiterate. That's a huge number, and it's not just a statistic. It's a reality affecting millions. That's right. 2/3 of us are basically walking around with our eyes closed when it comes to our money. We're navigating life without the financial knowledge we desperately need. We're talking about basic stuff here, folks. Budgeting, saving, investing, the financial ABCs that somehow never made it onto the curriculum. These are the building blocks of financial health. We spent years memorizing historical dates and the periodic table, but nobody bothered to teach us how to balance a checkbook or understand compound interest. These are skills we need every day. Is it any wonder so many of us end up drowning in debt and living paycheck to paycheck? The stress is real and it's affecting our quality of life. It's like sending someone out into the wilderness without a map, compass, or any survival skills. We're expected to thrive, but we're not given the tools. Except instead of bears, we're battling late fees, predatory lenders, and our own financial ignorance. These are the modern-day predators we face. This isn't about blaming our teachers or the education system. They did their best with what they had. It's about recognizing a critical gap in our knowledge and taking responsibility for filling it ourselves. We have to be proactive in seeking out this information. We were handed diplomas, but somewhere along the line, we missed out on the most important lesson of all: how to manage our money and build a secure future. It's time to change that. Let's be real, folks. We all know that our education system has some glaring gaps. School was great for learning about the Pythagorean theorem and the causes of the French Revolution, stuff you use every day, right? But when it came to practical life skills, like managing money, it was pretty much a ghost town. We were left to figure it out on our own. We memorized Shakespeare, dissected frogs, and solved for X, but nobody taught us how to create a budget, understand credit scores, or invest for retirement. These are the skills that truly matter in everyday life. Sure, there might have been an elective economics class or two, but let's be honest, most of us treated it like a study period. We didn't grasp the importance of what was being taught, and even then it was all theoretical mumbo-jumbo about supply and demand curves, not real-world advice on how to avoid getting ripped off by a credit card company or negotiate a car loan. These are the lessons we desperately needed. This lack of financial education sets us up for a lifetime of struggle. We end up feeling lost and overwhelmed. We're thrown into the real world, armed with student loan debt and zero clue how to manage our finances. It's a recipe for disaster. We're easy targets for predatory lenders, get-rich-quick schemes, and our own bad spending habits. It's a vicious cycle. The worst part, it doesn't have to be this way. We can change the narrative. Imagine a world where personal finance was a mandatory part of the curriculum, right up there with math and science. It would be a game changer. We'd graduate equipped with the knowledge and skills to make smart financial decisions, avoid common money pitfalls, and build a solid financial future. We would be empowered to take control of our financial destinies. It's time to sound the alarm, folks. Our financial well-being depends on it. Let's push for change and make financial literacy a priority in our education system. The money trap. Sounds cozy, right? Like a warm blanket on a cold night, it lures you in. Like a charming little cottage with a white picket fence, made of credit card bills, each one a brick in the wall of your financial prison. But here's the harsh reality. The money trap is less about a physical place and more about a mindset, a way of thinking that keeps you chained. It's a vicious cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt, and feeling like you're stuck on a hamster wheel of financial despair, running but going nowhere. Think about it. You graduate, get a job, maybe even one you like, and start earning a decent salary, feeling on top of the world. But then come the bills, the rent, the student loan payments, and the unexpected expenses that life throws at you. Suddenly, that paycheck doesn't seem so big anymore, does it? So you do what everyone else does. You swipe the plastic, promising yourself you'll pay it off later, convincing yourself it's just a temporary fix. But later never seems to come, and the days turn into months, then years. The debt piles up, the interest rates skyrocket, and before you know it, you're trapped in a web of financial obligations. You're working just to pay off yesterday's expenses, with nothing left over to save, invest, or pursue your dreams, feeling like you're stuck in quicksand. The money trap is insidious, it's everywhere, and it's designed to keep you stuck, to keep you from breaking free. But here's the good news. It's not a life sentence. With the right mindset and strategies, you can break free and reclaim your financial freedom. Imagine being trapped in a dungeon, but instead of walls, you're surrounded by debt. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, they all pile up, making it hard to see the light. But here's the thing, you're not alone. Many have been in that same dungeon and have found a way out. Let's hear some of their stories. All right, so you're ready to break free from the debt dungeon. It all starts with a plan. First, understand where your money is going. Track your expenses and identify where you can cut back. Next, prioritize your debts. Tackle the ones with the highest interest rates first. And don't forget to set up an emergency fund to avoid falling back into debt. It's a journey, but every step gets you closer to freedom. Now, to outsmart the system, you need the right tools. There are budgeting apps, financial advisors, and online communities ready to help. Use these resources to stay on track and make informed decisions. Knowledge is power, and with the right information, you can make choices that benefit your financial health. Remember, every little bit helps. At the end of the day, it's your story to write. Take control of your financial future. Set goals, stay disciplined, and celebrate your progress. Financial freedom is not a distant dream, it's a series of small, achievable steps. So, start today and make your financial story one of success and empowerment.